Hey, I had to figure out what my address was. It was 3163 Barrel Road. But unfortunately, it is very easy to drug you in your house and sex traffic you for a whole day, and you don't know it. Let me tell you how. Quite unfortunately. What they do is they drug your house before you get there. On my right hand was Marianne Boyer, juror number 1 on the same trial I was. But when I left a law-abiding citizen. Marianne left as the gang leader. And on my left-hand side, what's the gang? Little T-Ray, Bathsheba. You ain't gonna tell me a couple of Bathsheba children, she got a couple of them, is either Dennis Humphrey or Donald Grow kids. You take a DNA test, I guarantee it's gonna pop up blue and red, nigga, for them 2 brothers. Yup, and a couple of niggas around the corner, too. That's how they went in at her house. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then I stopped the trash. And then Marianne started to she tried to get me to remember her. She was always in my face. But as soon as I remembered her and put it on here, I never saw that white woman again. And she lived right next door. Her car was not even parked out front anymore. I said, Lord, have mercy. Who does she think I am? Apparently, she told everybody I was a DE agent in the gang that lived in Hellthorpe and all those cul-de-sacs. Everybody kept saying, where did Montana live? Where did he have a house at? I guarantee you it's somewhere in Hellthorpe. Somewhere it is a jogging distance from the city, Patapsco. You can walk you can walk from my house, make a right, and walk right down Howells Ferry Road and keep it moving, and you are in Baltimore City. That's why it was so easy to get away from y'all, because they went in the county, and they had already bribed and bought the Baltimore County Police. They brought that whole neighborhood. That neighborhood, after I went through all the things trying to figure out who owned my house, I never could find out who exactly owned my house. I don't even know who my landlord was. Just knew it was a property manager, and no, it wasn't a corporation or an organization. Just one lonely person. And that motherfucker is crooked as hell, whoever that might be. So let me tell you this. I walked in my house many a day, and it was drugged and didn't know it. I started finding out when you see that light beaming in that house day and night, that is that house being drugged forcibly because it's coming through the electrical sockets. Antoine rigged it up just like he did in his basement. You see the video of that basement I'm talking about? And you see that bicycle cord, that little tiny cord? Well, maybe some come small than that because he's a plumber and a man of all trades. And he put one in the wall. And the only reason I know that one day it was blaring so bad and the floorboard started coming up. It was shaking. And I put a video on here. And I don't know if that video was still here because it was a very long time ago. I think it was the second hacked phone. They hacked every last phone I had. So, and when I went to the Crossing and White Marsh, the maintenance guy, he went in my house and did all that. I witnessed him, and unfortunately, I couldn't actually see him do it. I didn't video it. That's what I didn't do. I think I videoed him going to the trash can. He went to the doggy trash can to throw away his gloves, and the little droplet he had was using to put all the drops in my mailbox and in my door. And when I wasn't home, he was putting it in my room. He's putting it in my food. He's putting it on every surface in my house. So there were days when he came to my house and raped me, and I didn't know. One day I remember him doing it twice. I remember it all. I remember the guy who bust my head, who put the 3 stitches in my head. He has a video online in Chanel's or Antoine's or Stephanie's car. All I know, it had a beige interior. And then I remember I'm up here, all around here. And that time, and that was in 2022. He bopped me upside my head last year. That man has been following me around. That boy, that black man, is a serial rapist, and he knows it. That's why he pulled my tent up and bashed me over my head and gave me 3 stitches. Y'all saw that. I put it on here too. It's on one of my pages, my Instagram or my Facebook, or it could be on my old TikTok. It could be any page, a new page. I have archived videos everywhere. Antoine just never had the money to kill me and get away with it. And that's all he wanted to do, was get away with killing my family. If my oldest son Emmanuel is alive, he's alive. But I do not believe he would tell Antoine anything about he's not seeing families anymore. And what hurt even more, my sister came down here and said the same thing. Why did he say it to her? Why would he say it to either one of them? He could have said it to me. The night my son left my house, they put a bag of drugs underneath my bush. I remember coming outside, walking my son outside to his Uber. When I leaned down and looked, I saw the bag. I picked it up, and someone was pushing and pulling my son into a car and out of a car. Either way, I don't know. I couldn't remember because they had drugged me. But I remember putting that bag of drugs outside. I did put the video of it 2 days later because Donald Grove picked it up to give it to them. They weren't going to pick it up because they knew my camera was still rolling. They hadn't hacked it and erased it by then again. And that was in January of it might have been 2022 or December. It was early 2022 before they hit my house the first time. And I didn't even know it. They hit my house before my son came to visit, a couple of days before. The next time they hit my house with some kind of sonic boom. It could have been fentanyl, to somebody said, because it had me delirious. I put a video in here. And when I went to the doctor at that time, Antoine took me. The girl who took my blood was a student like I was of Gwen Lee. I talked to her, I said, yeah, because Gwen called me back and told me to help me. She wanted me to help her teach a class with her, and we talked about that. And the same girl in January, in March, was part of that gang in that fake hospital. Give me those red fuzzy slippers. Her blood draw is the blood draw that Barry Goldstein of Warren and Branch, who was Edward Swanton's lawyer who lied about it all. And even Barry proved that. But when I was supposed to get a settlement, they gang-stalked me so bad. You see a video on here of me having 5 needle points in my right inner elbow. I never felt them. They're red. They look like they hurt. Never felt them. That was Big Red. I believe that is either Murray Grove's son or someone, because he has red hair, big white guy. He is a serial rapist. So this is all over here. And I'm going to tell you again, you're not going to know. You see them guys on TikTok coming to your house 2:30 o'clock in the morning. They look at their little phone. They go into your house like they're going to open the door. Because unfortunately, you being gangster or somebody don't like you, they put your name and your face on a dark website. And they say you good for the go. And all they're going to say is they need a drug. All you got to do is bring some drugs or some alcohol. They set you up, and it's a dangerous thing to do. Unfortunately, as women, too. Unfortunately, as our color women, too. Unfortunately, as our black men who carry the lie every day you go outside. That man don't know you. He ain't never touched you. But his homeboy said, man, me and that girl's like, now she trying to say I'm a rapist. And you go tell all your friends who don't even know her and do that to shame her. I'm that woman. But I like to tell you, I hope they saying it to your child across town. I hope they saying it to your mother. I hope you get a call to say your mother dying from being raped. Because no one understands how it feels until it's them. Am I being mean? Who cares? Here I am 3 years later, jury duty, being gang-stalked by white people all day long. And then a little bit of niggas thrown in there, a little bit of Asians thrown in there, and a whole bunch of fucking Arabs saying niggas. Am I happy? Hell no. Is that my defense? Hell no. And no one's going to tell me what to say or how to feel or express how I feel dealing with these motherfuckers. If you're not involved and you one of those persuasion, you good to go. But if you're not and you involved, fuck you. Like, follow, and share.